So everyone, welcome to Power Play with CJ. I'm gonna go back and do an alternate history piece. Keep these coming every now and then, because until something breaks the lockout, all I can talk about is this, the lockout, prospect profiles, and some draft stuff. I got come up to be pretty good. But speaking of the draft, I'm working on a piece, my mock draft, if there isn't a season with the lottery and stuff. In fact, the last time there was a lockout in a draft lottery, Pittsburgh landed Sidney Crosby. And, we all know how that ended up. They became an elite franchise. But what people don't talk about is the team that finished second in that lottery is Anaheim. They drafted Bobby Ryan, and Bobby Ryan's been a hell of a player for them for the last 5-6 years. But you look at if the lottery balls had broken Anaheim's way, what that would have looked like. So it's going to be if Crosby became an Anaheim Duck. You're looking at, this was a team that was already made Stanley Cup contender that happened to get the second pick in the draft, kind of like the Bruins with Al Sagan or, something like that, where you got a team that makes a trade. Think about Detroit with the second pick of the 2003 NBA draft, the Detroit Pistons passed on Carmelo Anthony for Darko Milicic, but it'd be something like that where you get a high-end player to an already complete team. Crosby would have been, you put Crosby and Teemu Selanne together. I think that was Teemu's last 40-goal season was, I think, 2006, 2007, I believe. And, he could have scored 60 with Crosby. He would have had the young legs and then the veteran on the wing. What Crosby would have done for Getzlaf and Perry's development would have been outstanding. I mean, can you imagine a line with Perry, Crosby, and Teemu Selanne, and then had Scott Niedermayer on the back end, and then still had the assets to go and acquire Chris Pronger? They would have won They won the 2007 Cup, with a very good team. But 2006, they would have had a really good shot to beat it. They lost in the conference finals to Edmonton. I think they would have got past Edmonton, and then they would have beaten Carolina, I believe. It's funny how Chris Pronger was on that Edmonton team that lost to Carolina in 7. But with Crosby and with that complete team, let's see what happens. And then, they would have had the shot at 2 cups. Probably could have beaten Detroit. I think it was that 6 years ago. They could have gotten 3 cups in the last 6 years with Crosby on the Anaheim. And then when it came to contract time, I think everyone would have taken less to buy into that, kind of like what they've established in Pittsburgh, where guys will take less than their market value to stay there and compete and win Stanley Cups or compete for Stanley Cups. They've won one singular 1 cup, but that's perfect. And I think Crosby really would have had that effect in Orange County the way Gretzky did in L.A. A little bit up the road. 15, 20 years earlier. I think that's what you're looking at. It's a pretty cool dynamic to think about. But like I said, it never happened, and people are going to bash me for talking about stuff that never happened. But when there's a lockout, there's only so much you can talk about. So I have a few more alternate history pieces, got some draft stuff coming up, got some prospect profiles, and everyone's favorite lockout BS. So see what we can do. So on this episode of the Power Play with CJ, if Sidney Crosby became an Anaheim Duck, stay tuned for more episodes throughout the season and beyond. Season lockout and beyond. Later, guys.